It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so real interesting news coming out of Japan. I was looking for things to talk about, and I was patrolling my Twitter feed, and I stumbled upon this, and I thought it was rather intriguing to talk about. So I figured I would discuss it with you guys. So we know that recently Kazuto Ioka made a defense of his title against the unheralded and relatively unknown Josber Perez, but he was in the rankings, so he picked a weak guy to stay busy because he couldn't get the guy with stratified. We know the whole backstory with that, right? Now, that fight, like a couple of other Ioka fights he's had in his career, it was streamed on the Japanese television channel Amoeba TV, and Amoeba TV is very similar to, like, in America we have Peacock, so it's very think of the Peacock app. That's what Amoeba TV is in Japan. And just so you guys know, like, look, this is Amoeba TV. Just so you guys know, that's their whole interface. This is like, it looks just like Peacock, and it's in Japan. So they got all kinds of stuff. They got Premier League. They got WWE on there. They got Japanese soccer. They got Japanese anime, Japanese TV shows. It's literally just like Peacock, right? So Ioka in that fight, he actually did some pretty great viewership, and his viewership for that fight, it actually exceeded 2 million. It was just south of 2.3 million viewers for the fight with Josper Perez, and it actually wound up being his the number one most watched, most viewed martial arts event on the Amoeba platform, which is not anything to scoff at, because Amoeba TV, they have other fighters that fight on there. Like, I know the Shigeoka brothers, who are rising stars in Japan, they fought on Amoeba TV. I know that and just to show you guys, they have the rising kickboxing, and listen guys, when I was in Japan, a lot of people were explaining to me that kickboxing in Japan, and anybody who's Japanese who's in Japan can correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I was told by a couple people that kickboxing is every bit, if not more, popular in Japan than boxing is. And I believe it, because if you look at Tenshin Nasukawa and his popularity, he came from kickboxing to boxing, and he was already a superstar, just as big, if not bigger than Inoue. So to have the number one highest viewed martial arts event on this platform, when you have Ryzen Kickboxing and all the events they put on throughout the year, it actually shows you that Kazuto Ioka is a big star in Japan, So let's discuss it further. So Yahoo Japan, shout out to Yahoo Japan for the article. I got a lot of love for the fine folks at Yahoo Japan. They were speaking to the executive producer of Amoeba TV, a guy by the name of Yuji Kitano, and here's what he said, word for word. He stated the following, and I quote: "I was surprised that the total number of views was much better than other martial arts. Ioka is amazing, and New Year's Eve is also amazing. The last 3 matches were all amazing." And yeah, that's what he said. And then he said, "I think the number of viewers is also important. Results are achieved in other ways than just the game. So I'm glad I was able to live up to expectations." Yeah, so basically the network executive was very pleased with what the views were. He wasn't expecting the views to be so high. Obviously that the executives were hoping for the big Kazuto Ioka fight, because they feel that would have pulled in more viewers due to that being a big fight, and they actually stated that they are very open to revisiting that they will do their best to try and make that fight happen on the platform. So with that being said, that's what it is. Ioka flexing his star power, draws 2.28 million viewers on Amoeba TV. It was the number one broadcasted martial arts event on the platform in 2023, outdrawing all the other boxing content, outdrawing all the rising kickboxing content, which is nothing to scoff at, because I'm telling you, kickboxing in Japan is huge. It's big over there. That's why Tenshin Nasukawa could come to boxing and already be co-main eventing big cards, despite the fact that he was fighting a can pretty much, because of the star he already was in kickboxing. So I think what it shows me is the fact that Ioka, because of that, I think we'll be able to get a lot of people to come over to Japan, unless he fights like a John Scrappy Ramirez, where Golden Boy just throws a bunch of American dollars at him, because the American dollar is stronger than yen at this point. So I could see that maybe he comes to the States, but really and truthfully, he's a champion. He's a big star over there. There's not a whole lot of fights I think that could get him to lead the country, especially when you're pulling in viewers like that and you got a big platform in Japan like Amoeba TV, which, again, I'll reiterate again, for my American viewers, I don't know what the hell Abema TV is. It's very similar. It's just like Peacock here in the States. Same type of concept, you know. It's a live streaming platform with a bunch of content, you know, similar to the Zone too in a lot of ways. But I would say it's more similar to Peacock because it's more than just sports. It's more than just combat sports. It's literally all-purpose content, you know, everything. So that's the news, all right? That's the news. A lot of people may be wondering too, how does this compare to Inoue versus Fulton and how many views they did? Well, I don't know. I have no idea because I was trying to look for the Naya Inoue, Stephen Fulton TV numbers. Can't find it anywhere. So if anybody can kindly point me into the direction of where that is, I'd like to see what kind of numbers Inoue was pulling in and how it compares to Ioka. Because Inoue in Japan, he fights on a platform called Lamino. And Lamino is a subsection of the NTT Docomo service. So NTT Docomo is like a big cell phone service in Japan. It's like T-Mobile, right? It's like a big cell. So Lamino is part of NTT Docomo. So that being said, they make the numbers very secretive. I have no idea what the numbers are. I like to know because I want to know if Inoue is as big of a star as I think he is. I think Inoue should be pulling in as much, if not more, viewership. But then I've also seen Japanese people on Twitter saying that, you know, it was a little easier to access the Ioka fight than it was Inoue's fight. So if that's truly the case, then who knows? Maybe Inoue didn't draw as much as Ioka did fighting Josber Perez, fighting Stephen Fulton, which is kind of crazy to think about. But nonetheless, I just wanted to get that out there, talk to you guys about it. Ioka draws 2.28 million views and is Abema TV's #1 martial arts broadcast of the year on their platform. So good for him. And shout out to boxing in Japan. It seems like things are healthy and alive there. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from dang it. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.